Hey, everybody, welcome to the Magical Etc. show, where we've got topics, we don't know where we're going. And as evidence right now, Paul is holding up a Punxsutawney Phil. What is that?
It's from a
Like a,
sign that they handed out at
a
at the knob.
knob. Okay. Yeah, this is rough. Oh, wow, and Joe's holding up a lifelike picture of himself. Joe, did you get that picture of yourself at the knob?
I just hand these out at my house.
Oh, okay.
If people come over, I give them one of these.
Yeah. Bring that home, everybody.
And they have to take it home with them. Yeah.
Oh, that'd be cool.
I have an entire storage shed full of these.
Of hundreds of those paintings that you just throw out to everybody.
It's not a painting; it's a print. It's a
Yeah,
printout. It was on this. It was in a theater show, and it was supposed to be just up on the wall. I played Mr. Mushnick in Little Shop of Horrors, and so there's a moment where he's supposed to be singing to Mr. Mushnick. So we had his picture up in the shop rather than me being there.
Very nice. All right, well, we got a lot of different directions we could go.
See, we've already spent way more time on this than you thought we were going to. Anything can happen.
Yes, anything can happen. It's great. Well, I want to share a story. I went to DC for a trip, and again, that's immaterial. But what happened after the trip was magical, guys. We got to take the Uber, so we stayed outside DC in the Virginia area, and you take an Uber into town and outside of town. We went to this event, so we go to the event. Event goes a little bit longer than we wanted to. We were hoping to kind of drive around the memorials, but it was too cold, too whatever. So you do an Uber. We had this guy Diego. 20 minutes later, we're waiting for Diego. Diego didn't know where he was. So when you guys get Ubers, do you ever call the Uber? Like there's a feature where you can call the driver. Do you guys do that at all?
No.
I've never done an Uber.
Never? Oh.
Never? Whoa.
I've only done like 3 or 4. It's not a lot. And in fact, most of the time I'm with somebody else who gets an Uber. Only one time have I ordered my own Uber.
Okay. Well, for work, I've had to take a couple more, but honestly, other than work, I don't take Ubers or anything. So we're getting a little frustrated. We call Diego. That's the name of our Uber driver. He picks up. He has no idea where we're going. The building we were at literally has the name of the place right on top of the building. You know what I mean? So it's not like, hey, go to this place that there's no sign. I mean, it's pretty apparent. The guy drove around us 3 times, never stopped and everything. So he finally got on, and we're trying to joke. Like I'm like, hey, the process is messy, but at least we're here, Diego. It's good. Where are you guys at? We're in Virginia. Where's that at? What? Like he didn't know where Virginia was.
Don't they have it's like a GPS system that's in your phone with Uber. So when you call them, you have the exact address of where you're standing right now. It's in the system.
Yes.
How does
Diego's old school?
Yes.
Well, Diego's out here with one of those fold-out maps.
Yes. Well,
I gotta.
He drives by the stars.
I gotta get in the map. Well, I gotta climb in the map and get to see where I'm going.
Well, he pulled out his iPhone and he starts punching in the stuff, which was okay. We literally go, and again, my work colleague was getting a little bit frustrated. So we talk shop and we talk some other stuff. We're on our way back, and I'm looking ahead as I'm talking to my colleague. When you're looking at your directions and it says, take a U-turn on this road, you're goofed up. 4 times. And I keep elbowing the guy beside me because Diego, English is the second or third language, which is fine. God bless, and seriously, on a serious note, let's don't mass deport everybody. But again, God bless Diego. But about the 4th time that, we need a massive U-turn, I'm elbowing my friend going, this is kind of nuts. So, but Diego said, hey, I've done this for years. You haven't, buddy. It's kind of rough. So, I don't know. That was my experience with Diego. Sorry, it wasn't more.
Maybe he been doing U-turns for years. He definitely knows how to U-turn because he does that all the time.
I don't know. I am
Maybe.
very proud. Now, again, I've been only on maybe 4 or 5 Uber rides in my entire life. I'm talking like I'm this Uber expert. I'm not. But I've got a 5-star rating. Uber loves their crispy.
Flex.
Now,
Nice.
I usually give my drivers a 5-star because most of them are run to okay. Diego, I didn't know what to do. So my work colleague, I just gave him the phone. They said, man, I don't want to give the bad rating. He gave him like 2 stars, which is probably 2 stars.
Oh, bro, that's nice.
But here's the thing.
I mean, well earned at that point, but still, it's hard. That's hard to.
Well,
it's hard to stomach sometimes. Yeah.
I'm on work time, so I don't podcast on work time. But I almost pulled out my phone and recorded because me and my work colleague went on a 10-minute diatribe because I looked on my phone. But you're curious, okay? We guard our ratings, like on Uber and everything. Where's Diego rated? Diego's had about 15,000 drives in his life. 4.97.
Whoa!
Wow.
Now, is everybody drunk when they're on the ride? Is Diego like 5-star, whatever?
Can I say that it's probably yes?
Yes.
Did I arrive at my house eventually? Yes. 5 stars.
Or he drives a lot of politicians and he promises to keep things private.
Yeah, maybe. Or is DC very friendly when it comes to ratings? I mean, you would think DC would be kind of a tough area.
Or does everybody in DC lie professionally?
Yes.
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 Okay, there it is.
Or is it some scam? I mean, is DC like, we're going to screw the system. We're going to give all the bad drivers 5 stars and
all the good drivers
1 star.
Terrible reviews. Like, what?
Yeah.
How will that help you? I don't know what you gain by doing that. That's weird.
So maybe I was the worst rider in the world, but they gave me 5 stars because they're,
could be
they're trying to screw up the system. I don't know.
Could be. Maybe just because Diego's a decent human being and you're not.
Yeah. The rest of the weekend, whenever we screwed something up, you Diego that and everything else. It was fun. That's how I irritate me.
Yeah, I think my the only things I can say about an Uber experience, my very first Uber ride, which was a long time ago, honestly, but there's a setting where you can do like a carpool kind of a thing. So if you're heading in one direction and there's somebody who needs to go, so we picked somebody up halfway there and actually had to drive out of our way to drop him off before coming back to the thing that we wanted. So the carpool thing was weird. That didn't work out for us when we did that. That was quite a while ago. So I wouldn't recommend doing that again. But I've had so many wide variety of experiences in cabs and whatever else. I got into a car accident in a cab. It was a very light fender bender because it was heavy traffic and we were trying to on-ramp onto the highway from the airport. And some dude cut off and ran in front of us and we got on the fender bender. I'm like, oh man, the idea of this was to get me to where I was going faster than taking the bus to the train.
Yeah.
This is now taking longer. And that sucked.
I was helping a guy move in Canton once. Actually, a former college person. I could probably say him. Who cares? But I won't, to be nice. He actually was driving. I was helping him move. A bunch of us guys got in the truck to help him move. Got in an accident on the way, back from helping move. And again, like Joe's incident, very light, but it took a while. You know what I mean? So our wives were like, "What are you doing?"
Like logistics to all of that. Yeah.
Yeah, it's so tough. I don't know. Yeah, all right. So that's one thing that's going on. Every day it was a good trip. Let me tease this, and I don't want to take it now, but I was showing Paul. Oh, look at this, Joe. I'm getting old, and my body's falling apart. I have had gas issues over the past couple of weeks. There's a shock of surprise there. Whoa, not you! But so my wife finally said, "Look, you gotta get some Gas X." Have you guys ever tried Gas X?
No.
Nope.
And you're the youngest one of the three of us.
I'm having heart calves. I need to get my colonoscopy. Haven't had that yet. Have you guys had your colonoscopies?
I get to do a schmear.
Oh, schmear. Oh, yeah. Joe, have you had yours? Maybe we can do a colonoscopy here on the show.
Not yet. I think this is one of those imminent things now that I have now achieved the round number status that I think that is going to be inevitable that this is going to.
Do you have a family history?
Yeah. There's there's some cancer in the family.
Okay.
Around, and yeah.
So you may not be able to do a schmear.
Maybe not.
Yeah.
I'm okay with it.
I think I actually brought up the schmear during a recent doctor's appointment, and the guy looked at me. No schmear. He sounded offended, like he wanted to do the colonoscopy. He's like, "No, I do the colonoscopy." Like, whoa, you know.
Like, did you want to do the schmear? No. We're doing this now.
I've been looking forward to this.
Yeah.
I just opened a fresh box of gloves. Yeah. We're doing it.
Oh,
I bought this box special.
Oh,
I'm moved for some spelunking.
How about this?
Oh my goodness!
YouTube, we want people.
This is what happens when we don't have an agenda.
This is magic. Dude. This could be the most entertaining show. How about this? We want people to stick with the show, and it's hard for people to watch the whole podcast. If you stick around to the end, I will take my first Gas X live on the air.
First?
Boy, that's not incentive.
What do you expect to happen once you've taken this?
My inside might explode. You never know. It could be fun. You never know.
Maybe it's like putting Mentos in Diet Coke. Maybe he'll start just spewing froth.
Or
out of every orifice.
We'll fade to black as I've got liquid coming all over my.
You can't get the lid back on fast enough, and it's just.
We need to come with an outfit song where there's like stuff coming out of every orifice.
Nothing but gastrointestinal chaos.
Yeah, nice. Well, we've all ate some weird stuff here. Like, what was the Pepsi flavored Peeps or whatever?
Don't bring it up.
Yeah,
Pepsi, but I still stand behind pineapple. I stand behind pineapple Pepsi. Did anybody else go out and try it?
I did not get a chance to.
Hey, after I try this Gas X, you guys might just be popping those, you know. Your wife's like, you are addicted to that.
You know, I'm in a whole other state, a whole other time zone. So you could take whatever medications you want for your gastrointestinal distress. I'm fine with it because I can always just click off. I'll just leave.
Yeah,
but I did trying things. I want to get away from pop, but I do like that cold carbonated beverage. Like
Right.
all the carbonated waters are disgusting to me. But now they have Zuvia, I think it's called, where it's carbonated water. It's just flavored. It's just got stevia as a sweetener. And I got a little case of the grape. Very nice.
Okay. Very nice.
I'm skeptical.
Why are you skeptical?
Of that. I don't know.
Paul has never let us wrong with stuff. I mean, come on, you know?
Wasn't the Peeps Pepsi Paul's idea?
Yeah, it was. It was.
Now we're just into revisionist history. Oh, Paul has never steered us wrong. Paul's the one that started this free-falling skid into madness. He's the one who has initiated this.
Birdemic was a smash hit.
Birdemic.
Yes.
I watched Birdemic.
I will
I'll
say,
never recover.
I will,
I'm never going to financially recover from this. Oh.
I can tell my wife doesn't listen to the show because I was kind of looking at my phone, looking at my Instagram messages. I saw Paul's one about the Groundhog Day 2025 schedule, and I kind of smirked. I showed my wife, and she had this look of, "What are you guys talking
What
about?"
are you talking about?
What?
So there's a sitting area. I'm down a couple steps, and there's a sitting area. Our den is like right there, and it's a door that doesn't really fully. It's not soundproof or anything. So sometimes my wife, if she's still up before we're done, she'll be sitting out there, and every so often she'll like stand up and look in the window and just be like, "What are you talking about?" What? She's only hearing my part of the conversation, mind you.
Yeah.
So I'm just making statements out of the middle of nowhere. He's like, "What?" Like, no, it was in context. I promise you.
Well, let's go for this because I mean this is an upcoming event. Paul, you need to help us. I've tried to reach out to these people. I think they know I'm a hater. So Paul,
Of course
they can sense it.
right. So Paul, you need to start speaking their language and everything.
There's groundhoggies. Yeah. Well, Chris, you should need to stop leaving messages like, "Hey, I do this podcast, and we want to come talk about your stupid holiday and how dumb everything is." You should probably not leave a message like that. You should be more respectful.
Well, how do we do this? Well, let's talk about each event. I know Paul's going to want to go to everything, but let's go for these events, and we'll see what's good and what's not good. The Groundhog Ball is going to start the Groundhog Day Fest, 7 p.m. to 11 p.m. at the Punxsutawney Country Club. Joe, any thoughts about the Groundhog Ball?
Not many. What is that even? Is it? Is this black tie? What is this?
Well,
it's a gala of sorts.
Oh,
of sorts, yeah.
A gala.
The Gobbler's Gala.
Yeah,
wait, what? No, it's the Groundhog Ball. It's both things.
Yeah, what kind of weird, crazy stuff is going on there? I mean, it's got to be like Illuminati / weird, stuff.
Why?
Well, okay, well,
it is black tie. It's like this is a fancy schmancy thing.
I have not gone to that yet.
It's at the country club.
Well, here's one guy. I did a search. I found the link. I'm sharing this with all of you so we can all comment on the Groundhog Ball. Punxsutawney Country Club. Pristine golf.
Formal attire event. Okay.
Right. Live band. Now, it doesn't say what the live band is, which is a problem. You know what I mean? Like,
no.
Usually
they are just live. That's all we can promise. Oh, no, it does say Rudy and the Professionals.
Oh, well,
further down. I don't know if it's Rudy Giuliani.
Yeah.
I hope it's a different Rudy.
He's hurting for cash right now.
There's an image. There's a picture. Let me see. Oh, no. Not Rudy Giuliani at all. Okay.
The Kenny Pickett of bands.
Oh, yeah. The Kenny Pickett of bands.
I'm sorry, Paul. It was out there. Just oh, it's live band, Rudy and Professionals. You know what? Let's take this deep dive. Hang on a second. I'm looking up Rudy and the Professionals.
Oh, no. Well, that's going too far. So the Groundhog Ball will feature live band, alcoholic beverages, food, and great opportunity to engage with the inner circle.
Oh.
And out of town.
Hey, Rudy and the Professionals are a Cleveland-based band.
Oh, that's too bad. So they really couldn't get anybody good?
I heard some music. Are you guys playing Rudy and Professionals? Can we
that was a commercial. But
a commercial. Okay.
Ooh, got a good horn section.
I'm seeing a video of them where they're all wearing orange vests. I don't know why we're wearing all.
They are construction workers during this.
It's like YMCA, the Village People. Are they the next village people, Paul? I see a video of them dancing, and there's
they're pretty good.
Lots of big-haired women in dancing to this. I don't know what that's all about. Okay. So, Paul, you're a fan of Rudy and Professionals?
I am.
Okay, not a surprise, but that's good.
After that,
you're gonna see them on my Spotify rap next year.
Oh, very nice. All right.
After that, we've got on the first, we've got Knobs Got Talent.
Right. Yeah, it does.
Well, if we can back up for a second.
Really? We got more to say about Rudy and the Professionals?
Oh, dude, I could do 2 hours on this, Groundhog Ball.
Do you need to?
The hedonistic, awful junk that's going to be happening there, which is just awful. Okay, so it's a great opportunity to engage with the inner circle and out of town Phil fans, with fans spelled PHANS.
Of course.
Paul is a Phil fan. How about that?
Is that like an official organization? Phil fans, or is that just something you can just claim to be?
Paul?
You see, I don't want to say you can just claim to be it, because then the haters here are going, yeah, I'm a Phil fan.
No. What? What do you mean? So I'm not allowed to be a Phil fan? What do I got to do?
We would love you. Stop talking trash, and we'd love to have you.
As if Phil fans don't talk trash.
21 and older. What's going on at 11 p.m. Or is this getting kind of weird after 11?
Or it's late, and people who are young and not allowed to imbibe should probably go home at this point.
Okay, very good. And tickets are, Paul, when you invite them to your show, tell them that they goofed up the grammar. They have 40.00 per ticket. It should be $40.
Okay, this is why we can't get the inner circle on the show.
Because I'm making fun of their stuff. All right, sorry about that. All right,
he's not wrong.
Now, Knobs Got Talent. The winner will be decided during the festivities at the Knob.
Okay. It goes on from 1 p.m. until ?
Yeah.
How many people do you think are performing this thing?
Well, I assume that it's only from 1 until about 1:05. That's how much talent is there.
Well,
Paul,
1 o'clock, people are starting to head over to the Knob.
Are you going to apply for being on Knobs Got Talent?
At 1 p.m.?
Oh, 1 a.m. I'm sorry, 1 a.m.
Yeah, this is 1 p.m.
Yeah.
This is still the first.
Yeah, this is not Groundhog Day.
I'm excited to get to the heart of the festivities.
Well, right. Okay, so you've got the talent show.
Yeah, what's this members only reception? That sounds
members of what?
Of anything. As long as you remember something, you're in.
A member of anything. Or you have to wear a members only jacket from the 1980s. It's the members only reception. They're sponsored by members only.
Yes.
Even though I'm pretty sure that company's out of business. But yeah, everybody wears the jacket with the little flaps that are up here and whatever.
Now, Paul, here's your mistake. You've left your family at 11 p.m. the night before. Why don't you just go a day early so you can go to the Groundhog Ball?
All the other things.
Yeah.
But,
well, I can't go this year because Groundhog Day is on a Sunday.
I say you just preach via Zoom.
Yeah.
And you preach from Gobbler's Knob. Don't even act like you couldn't do a whole sermon based off of Groundhog Day. Don't even act. Don't even pretend.
By that point, I could use the stump as the pulpit.
The stump is
This is what I'm saying. Now we're talking.
But here's the problem with this, Joe. if Paul preaches from there, this is kind of like if you could preach from Sodom and Gomorrah. You need to be like,
What?
shame on what's happening here, But
so you're gonna go all fire and brimstone,
right?
From other stuff.
What? What's this message of destruction you want to bring on Punxsutawney?
And now someone's gonna turn into a pillar of salt. That's what's up. That's what's happening right now.
I'm not all for Pat Robertson was like praying for like vengeance on like America. I don't necessarily.
You're gonna have to be more specific.
Yeah.
Which time?
That's not a one-time deal, man. Uncle Pat, we miss you.
I'm not all for like praying vengeance on America, but on Gobbler's Knob, yes.
Why?
Oh my gosh. It's so much wrath you're calling down, and
for good times and camaraderie
and manhandling of mammals.
Be sure to clip this part out when we invite them on the show.
When really, couldn't it just be a coin flip?
No.
Okay, so you've got the Groundhog Ball. I've Got Talent, a members only reception, which is a 2-hour ordeal, right?
Yes, ordeal is how you put it.
Wearing your members only jacket down at the Eagles building downtown. But then at 6 p.m., you have the annual Groundhog Banquet.
Ooh.
At Punxsutawney High School cafeteria. You've gone from Punxsutawney Country Club to step it up to the night before. You are at the high school cafeteria.
Yeah, this
for a banquet. Banquet is too fancy a word for an event that happens at the high school cafeteria.
Maybe it's a really nice high school.
It is still high school, my friend. If the serving platter has spaces specifically for your protein and for your vegetable and for your dessert, this is not a banquet.
You're pretty much getting like a lunch for the kids at the school, pretty much.
Yeah, when your banquet involves you scooting along the line and getting like a serving spoon from somebody and then moving down the next and then moving down the next. Yeah, this is not a banquet.
Joe, I hate to move back, but I did find the
information. Oh, of course you don't hate it. You love it. That is all you want to do. I'm desperately trying to get through this bit, and you're like, we're going to milk it. We're going to milk this udder dry. I want there to be air that comes out of this udder before I let it go. I am a bulldog with a ball in my mouth.
Joe, you should enjoy this. Information about the members only reception. Now, there's a contradiction in the first sentence of this. It's held at the Fraternal Order of the Eagles. So, again, we're really dipping down on locations. We start out the country club. Pretty soon it's going to be on.
I'm going with I'm going with the Fraternal Order of the Eagles is still a step up from the high school. Well, I think we're going in the wrong direction, I think.
It's at 3:30 p.m., which the happening event still happened at 3:30 on the second floor. Now, no ticket is needed for the event, so you can just show up. But you have to be a current member of the Groundhog Club.
Okay. That's the member only. You have to be the part of the Groundhog Club. That's not the inner circle, though. That's a different thing.
Yeah. How do you sign for the Groundhog Club? Is it like a $2? Like it's like when you were a kid.
Listen, there are times where you can discuss how you get into something, and it's usually if there's ever a snowball's chance in a very hot place that you could actually get in. So nobody needs to discuss with you how to get into the members club of Groundhog Day.
This very much
it's not worth talking about it with you.
This is a Illuminati event. This is probably going to trigger like the New World Order. I mean, it says like space limit for this event. The first to be on the list, as confirmed members, will be marked as the attendees. A limited number of members will be able to attend this event. We apologize for the limited amount. Creepy as all get out.
You don't apologize for it if you're announcing it ahead of time.
Right.
You are comfortable with it, you accept it, and you prefer it that way. This is how this is designed.
If it was 11:24, they have a phone number we can call. Man, if we did this earlier, we could have called that number live on the air.
Shame.
Phil fans all around the world. They're also members of the Groundhog Club. Paul, you're a member of the Groundhog Club, right?
Not allowed to say.
Okay. So
first rule of Groundhog Club.
Lots of excited Paul Yancheks will be at this event.
Third rule is you have to eat a groundhog tonight.
Yes, yeah. They're going to be eating groundhogs there. The Seer of Seers will make an appearance at the event.
Yeah, he will.
Paul, have you ever mentioned the Seer of Seers? Who the heck's this dude?
Phil!
Is the Seer of Seers?
Prognosticator of prognosticators, the Seer of Seers.
Oh, Joe, what's going on here?
This has gotten more awkward. I don't know what to say about that.
This is like... I mean, we're trying to create this, like, religious significance. You know what I mean? Like, we call God the King of Kings, the Lord of Lords, and now
the phrasing of that did make me feel a little bit uncomfortable.
Yeah, the Seer of Seers. You know what I mean? Like, holy and anointed one, Phil. Oh my gosh. I'm just. You think I enjoy this? I'm not. I'm just trying to
stretch it out as long as humanly possible.
All right, there's a dance coming up 8 to 11.
Well, after the thing, after the oh my gosh, this is so annoying. The banquet, the schedule, I have it on Instagram, so it keeps rotating.
Oh yes.
The banquet, then you go back to the Eagles building.
Ooh, okay.
For the dance.
Nice.
How far away is the high school from the Eagles building?
I doubt it's far.
Yes, it's Punxsutawney.
It's really annoying. Well, it's just even more annoying when it's a small town and like you were just in one place. Could we not?
Well, they got to get it. They got to change the setup.
Okay.
Why? Does it have to? But then there's a dueling pianos event.
At the same time, there's a dance.
At the same time as the dance at the ATA building, and I no clue what that is.
That's when the creepy stuff starts happening. Yeah, but let's have a dueling pianos, Paul, at the dance, right?
Well, it depends on what are they dueling with. Is it rapiers or pistols?
Hopefully people die to something. Sorry, Paul. I've called for death at a couple of events now.
But it honestly is at the same time. I don't understand.
It's 1 mile from the high school to the Fraternal Order of Eagles building.
Okay.
And Paul, you don't live that far away. Yeah, you've got your church, but you can drive there afterwards. You can get there by the members only reception, right?
Chris, you aren't that much further away. You could be there too.
Yes, but he's not.
Other than they won't let you in. Other than that, right. But you could be watching dueling pianos happening for 3 hours, apparently.
Is this Super Bowl Sunday, February 1st?
I really
Who cares? It's Groundhog Day Eve.
We could have the Eagles-Steelers Super Bowl. I don't know. Maybe Super Bowl's later.
The first is a Saturday. The second is Groundhog Day.
Oh, but don't worry, Super Bowl 59 is not until February 9th. So we're okay.
Because they know.
Okay.
They don't have to put it on the second.
I really was worried.
All right. So after dueling pianos, you only have 3 hours of sleep because Groundhog Day at the old-fashioned Gobbler's Knob. Joe, we've got to pull police reports at Gobbler's Knob. There's stuff going on at Gobbler's Knob all throughout the year. Only other event, Joe, I see we can make fun of the lunch with Phil.
You can't make fun of an event called Hogs Fatality Village.
Oh, I didn't see it. I thought you said hospitality.
No.
Hospitality Village.
Oh, no, sir.
Yeah.
Not at all.
Right, yeah.
It says Hogs Fatality.
All right, I'm looking this up as we
figure out what that is.
What's this, like a beer place or something, Paul? What do you think? You were there.
What's it called?
Hogs Fatality Village. It is at the Gobbler's Knob Pavilion. It starts at 4 a.m.
Oh yeah, they got like food trucks and all kinds of stuff like up the hill.
Okay.
So it's like the money changers at the temple. We're goofing off.
It is.
Yeah, exactly like that.
Almost exactly like it. So that's when Phil comes out of the hole and knocks over their money changing table.
Yes. Because he's the seer of seers. I mean, come on,
That is true.
Yeah.
And then you go have lunch with Phil. Everybody does.
Everybody.
Back at the Eagles building. Oh my gosh. There's like 6 events at this one building. Is that a members only thing, or is that everybody who shows up? And like, what do you have? Do you have like turkey sandwiches, or what do you?
Well, if Sam Adams is sponsoring again, they're probably going to have a free can of beer for everybody in attendance down by the Eagles building.
Lunch, or just at the Hogs Fatality Village?
This will be, they do that down at the, like there's a little park over by the Eagles building. That's where they had the beer.
So the Eagles building is close to the knob.
I mean,
no,
a mile, like
okay,
maybe everything's like a mile from everything.
I was just gonna say everything that you've described is all 1 mile from another, and I can't help but picture it like one big giant circle. That somewhere like across the circle, it's not a mile, but everything is 1 mile from one thing to another, and eventually you come back to where you started.
When we're done with Groundhog Day, I've got breaking news. So, but let's continue with Groundhog Day.
Oh no,
we're never going to be done with Groundhog Day. I mean, there's so much there. Real quick on the lunch, I just see a website, and at least Punxsutawney has a website about all these crazy events. Nice, relaxing lunch. You can visit and talk with some locals and inner circle members. Great time to get a picture with Punxsutawney Phil. So Phil will be there.
It is lunch with Phil. I think the one thing you've got to have there. Well, 2 things.
So you'll
2 things have to be there all the time.
You'll be eating what Phil eats. So how about that? Tickets will not be sent out until after January 1st, and they're already sold out. Why is it send out tickets?
Advertising it if you.
Yeah. Why are we waiting to send out tickets? Is there a scam going on, or what's happening here?
There's no scams. I'm sorry. It's about 1.5 miles from Gobbler's Knob to the Eagles building. Okay. I apologize for the misinformation.
Right. Well, I'm not going to say that my feelings aren't hurt.
The fake news going on about Gobbler's Knob is just amazing.
Easy. Okay, so now I'm looking at the Groundhog Club's inner circle, and I'm concerned that only 2 of the inner circle seem to not have facial hair. Everybody is all crazy extremely, very long, very healthy beards.
One other thing about the Hogs Fatality Village. Okay.
More things about the Hogs Fatality Village?
Joe, this is where it gets really rough now. 4 a.m. to 10 a.m. This is a limited ticket entry ticket event into a heated pavilion on the grounds of Gobbler's Knob. Okay. For $80. Okay, get this. Here's what you get. a warm space to relax. You can
Mhm.
have food, coffee. So it's like what do they call it with the Browns? The tickets where you pay money to have the right to pay a ticket. So you're paying $80 for the right to order food and coffee there. Watch a live video feed of the knob, which you can probably do at home. There's a fire pit, and you have access to private porta potties for $80. What a deal!
I feel like if you were standing in that field at 4 a.m., it would be a small price to pay. If
Part
you
of
were
the
in need.
experience. You got to have the true experience of near hypothermia.
Yes.
But honestly, as a selling point for the pavilion, that there's a live video feed of Gobbler's Knob. I came all this way, and I'm going to watch it from the pavilion.
And pay $80. Yeah. You know what I mean?
No.
$80 a person. How about that? That's great.
I want, if I'm going to go all that way and be there at 4 a.m. or earlier, as you claim,
Earlier.
I want a personal weather prediction. I don't want some of this general, oh, this is what it's going to be. I want a personal weather prediction.
What
can I get it?
See, I'm not even sure if that would sway me. I mean, I don't like, you know what I mean. Like, I just don't know why I could get there that would excite me. So, you know what I mean?
There's just been a whole list of things from dances to dueling pianos to Hogs pavilions. Like, how if this doesn't attract you, I think you just need to let it go and let it be something that other people enjoy.
1 or 2 a.m. when people start arriving at the knob, from 2 until the forecast is just one big pep rally party, dance-a-thon.
Yes, it does have an orgy vibe to it. I mean, obviously they're not going to announce it. They're not going to be like, "Oh."
It does have a kind of sacrifice, element to it.
Yeah, and just horrific satanic orgies. You know, I mean, just rough.
Wow. That does feel like a lot. If it was either of those things, I'm sure that would be outrageous. But since it's probably neither of those things,
probably not. But I don't know. I mean, I kind of feel like J.D. Vance talking about the cats and dogs. I mean, you know, they didn't say there wasn't any, so let's assume there were. You know what I mean? So yeah,
yeah.
I'm using the J.D. Vance.
We can just make up anything we want to say.
All right. So again, we love you, Punxsutawney Phil and Gobbler's Knob and Inner Circle people. Come on our show, and we'll be nice.
You've just spent the past 15 minutes shredding every event that takes place.
More than that. And thoroughly. Like, we got a joke, and I was ready to move on. He's like, no. There's more things to mock.
It's like every funk. You have to say what's out there.
Which culminated in calling it a satanic orgy. And he's like, so what I'm saying is we love you. And please come on our podcast and talk about this thing that I've mocked for a half hour straight.
Yeah, Paul, just clip that part. And then, you know, like, we'll save the rest.
Oh.
All right.
Big breaking news.
Breaking news, even bigger?
Yes. First piece of breaking news. I've been doing our now weekly check-in with the villages.
Oh.
And
I thought the Guardians another trade or something. But
a blue car drove by the Brownwood Paddock Square. And just as I said, bigger breaking news, the Popo are now on the scene.
No.
Cop car just came going very slowly through the square. There are things afoot at the villages.
At the main view of Brownwood Paddock?
Brownwood Paddock, yep.
Main view,
just moments ago, a squad car rolled through.
Oh, but it's not there anymore.
It's not there. It came rolling from the left towards your bottom right there.
Okay.
For our millions of viewers that are anxious to see where to go, remind us, where do we go for this?
Thevillages.com.
All right. And again,
and it will have a link there to live cams.
Right. So again, this is kind of where people from Punxsutawney go to after they retire.
Hey.
Just
something is afoot at the Villages. The police are on the scene.
Okay, well, look, stuff happens.
Wow.
I'm sorry, you know what I mean?
It's just so scary.
I told you, if we keep checking in, we are going to see activity. And we have seen activity. This is more exciting than the Gas X.
Which it may be about time for the Gas X.
I've got some comments I want to make about the Villages now. You look at the recreation. Why is 90% of the people in this? There's a shot of residents playing, what do you call it, water volleyball. Why is everyone wearing shirts in this photo?
Because they're all old.
But they're in the pool.
You know, dignity.
Somebody take the shirt off. Come on.
So, I wear a shirt in the pool. I've been wearing a shirt in the pool for years.
Word. That's what I'm saying. I also don the shirt.
Yeah, but they're all wearing hats and shirts and everything. Why?
Yeah, because they're old white people and they're going to get burnt. They're in Florida.
I mean, this just is not like, I work in public places.
I also wear a hat when I'm in the pool. Why? Because of this. This action and the lack of it. Okay. I wear a hat when I'm in the pool because I will get a burn on the top of my head.
Okay.
And nothing is worse than a burnt scalp.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Nothing makes it better, man.
I can imagine. So, all right. I don't know. I just wanted to comment on that.
I will keep you posted on the police activity at the Villages.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, please do. I mean, come on.
I'm not going to be able to sleep tonight.
Paul says another Instagram video of the fun at Gobbler's Knob.
It is a blast. I cannot wait until the next time I can go.
Yeah. Is there something that you could compare it to?
Oh, I can.
That would be something more of a common experience that perhaps we have experienced.
Oh, man.
I'd say, there was an incident in Nagasaki.
You've never been there. You cannot speak.
You have not been to Nagasaki. You don't know. It's a beautiful town.
2 hours after the explosion in Nagasaki, it was kind of like what happened.
I mean, I don't know what I can compare it to, but I will say it's probably in the top 10 moments of my life.
Wow. Now, how many times have you been?
Just one time so far.
Really?
Yeah.
You talk about it. It makes you feel like it's an annual trek for you.
It changes you. Just go once and it changes you.
I don't want to change. I'm too old. I don't want to change. I'm set in my ways. I think it's just going to have to be Groundhog Day in Punxsutawney, Pennsylvania is just going to have to be one of those unlived experiences for me.
I will say I have watched the events of Gobbler's Knob on TV faithfully since early 90s.
I kind of feel like watching Gobbler's Knob on television is going to be one of those experiences that I'm just never going to have.
Yeah. I wasn't saying I've watched.
I can't even bring myself to watch it on TV, man.
Yes.
Ooh.
It's kind of
gotta do it.
I've watched Faces of Death religiously for 20 years or something.
Wow, that's quite an admission.
Oh man. Yeah.
But also, I have to be honest and say that I am skeptical about some quintessential American experiences that people say, talk about as being, oh, it's just so amazing, it's life-changing, it's whatever. I unfortunately do feel like after about 8 minutes, I will think of the Grand Canyon as just a very large hole.
Oh.
I can't help but feel that that's going to be true for me.
So you're changing that.
So I'm not changing at all. I think this may be awesome for you, but for me, I think I don't like people in large masses. I'm not wild about waiting for things that are kind of essentially non-events. Lines, not having an adequate place to relieve myself if that is necessary. This is a long list of things that I'm not wild about, and the fact that I'm not anywhere near Punxsutawney just on a regular basis also really makes me feel like this is an unlikely experience.
I never had to wait at all for a porta potty.
Is that because you held it or because you just peed your pants?
Because I walked to the porta potties, went right into one.
When I got out of my car, I decided I'm just going to do this now, and I'm not going to have to worry about it for the rest of the night.
There was never a line that I had to wait in. Now, I don't know at other times, but the times I went, there was no line at the porta potties.
Did you have to number two?
No, I would never number two in a porta potty.
Number two on the boards. For
you got to make sure you're cleaned out before you make the drive, man. That's
so what you do is you load up on GasX before you leave. Transition.
One number two in a porta potty is disgusting. Number two, that's way too cold to be going in a porta potty.
These are questions that I'm asking because
very serious questions.
If that has to happen, man,
so
I'll never live it down. I can't drop trowel when it's negative 12 degrees outside, and I'm waiting for a rodent. I'll never forgive myself for what happens gastrointestinally at that point.
Kind of reminds me of old Cleveland Municipal Stadium where people were taking dumps in the stands and everything else. So it's like,
hey, the team was on the field, so
right. So garbage dump is like old Cleveland Municipal Stadium. Yeah.
Okay. That is a perfect metaphor. Yes. I never really thought of you as a poet. Still don't.
I am.
Still don't think of it.
I'm the same. I don't know. This could be good for a garbage dump. Like,
what, this?
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
Face what's going on. I mean, come on.
I'm seeing the articles written about this podcast right now.
Oh yes.
Idiots don't like Groundhog Day.
Yes. All the reporters who are hired to cover the etc. show, Yeah. Hi, I'm Bob from New York Times.
Whole careers are made make or break whether you follow the etc. show.
Right. I cover extremist podcasts and well, not extremists. Yeah, that's got bad connotation. So
please don't write that anywhere and describe us as an extremist podcast.
Right. Yeah.
please don't post that on X. Oh my gosh.
Oh yeah, we could get some followers. So.
Uh-huh.
All right. Well, this doesn't.
We get some followers. All right.
We got 12 minutes left. But
the FBI, the CIA, the Department of Homeland Security
are now following everything that we're doing.
Well, as a welcome to your viewers, again, my body is expelling this stuff at rapid moments. So,
in case you didn't remember the vivid description of this from earlier,
right?
Let me describe it again to you in more excruciating detail.
So, my wife suggested GasX. So, check this out. We're going to do it.
Pink.
It's pink.
It'll taste like Pepto-Bismol, I'm guessing.
Cherry cream. Ooh.
Pepto-Bismol, I'm guessing.
Does GasX come in various flavors?
Isn't that the flavor of Pepto-Bismol? Cherry cream? Isn't that?
Chocolate surprise.
Allegedly. Chocolate.
Take a look at my bathroom. Here's some
That
chocolate.
is not the flavor for Gas X. Please.
Brown.
Please let it not be chocolate surprise.
Tastes like your beer.
Double fudge chunk.
Double fudge chunk.
It tastes
Corn log.
like your, yeah, it tastes like your
No.
beer.
No.
Oh, 1 or 2 tablets as needed. Wow, this is good.
Oh, you gonna double up or just go with the one?
Deuce it up. Might as well start it strong, baby.
Oh, don't exceed 4 tablets in 24 hours. You can't pop these like, all right, this could be bad. This could be it for me. So we'll see.
Here it goes. Here it goes.
Oh,
We're all on the edge of our seats.
Why, I don't know. We're just watching a dude who's eating gas.
not bad.
It's
It's
okay.
Pepto, right?
Yeah, I think so. The cherry gives a refreshing taste. I mean, it's not bad.
Refreshing. Okay.
Now we're giving a culinary review to this thing. Oh, 4.5 stars.
Is there a depth of flavors or?
Not as bland as I thought it would be, but it's pretty good. The big question is going to be in the next 10, 20 minutes is my, you know what I mean? Like,
will anything continue to happen or will action cease?
Yeah, because my wife said it sounds like a machine gun back there.
I don't know if Gas X can help that.
Yeah, I know. Maybe. Yeah. Well,
Wow.
This is extra strength Gas X. So.
I hope so. I hope so.
Excellent.
You're taking machine gun fire from the rear, man. That's you need protection. You need security.
Well, and the machine gun goes for like. This is like an AK-47 machine gun. This isn't like pop, pop, pop. This is pop, 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 pop. For 30 seconds.
You may want to get that looked at, man.
I'm just imagining this happening all throughout the night, and in the morning when you pull that blanket back,
yes,
release that oven.
Check out the underwear.
You made yourself a nice little Dutch oven.
Yeah. Check out the underwear on laundry day. Whoa. Yeah. Oh, man. All right, so that was that. I don't know. Any other thoughts about Gas X?
Not many.
Very nice, very evil.
Very nice, very evil. You should definitely take Gas X with you when you visit Punxsutawney.
Oh, yeah. Yes, definitely. Hey, one other thing I was going to ask for Paul's opinion about. We talked about this on the last show. Taylor Swift gives away $197 million to workers, but she made $2 billion on her tour. Is that fair? I mean, it's $197 million in bonuses on top of what they already made. So. I don't know how many workers are on a Taylor Swift tour. Like, I'm wondering how much that is per person.
There has to be a lot. I mean, that was a pretty elaborate production.
Yeah. So
and we don't know what they're getting paid before the bonuses either. So.
Right.
But she didn't have to give a penny of it in bonuses if she didn't want to. But.
Joe, is Taylor Swift a hero or
I don't know. Does she wear a cape? Does she have a secret identity?
No, she doesn't.
Oh, that was
Hannah Montana.
That's superhero. That's a different question. Yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to look up how many people work there. Well, no one seems to know.
Well, let me bring this up real quick, and we can finish up with this. We talked about this on the last show, and I forgot. We've got the world's biggest Taylor Swift fan here in Paul Yanchek.
I never made that claim.
Hey, he's been losing weight, so that's kind of rude.
She was not on my top 5 Spotify Wrapped.
Right. Right, definitely. I might be the biggest Steelers fan then, so I don't know. Well, I mean, let's evaluate this real quick. The tour rider. So when you go on tour, you can say, I like this at each show. Joe, Taylor wants 2% chocolate milk, a quart of it, a bottle of grape juice, tortilla chips, bag of tortilla chips, one stick of butter. I'm not sure what we're doing with the butter. A jar of picante sauce, mild, a bag of shredded cheese, 3 boxes of mac and cheese, a bag of Twizzlers red
That's
licorice.
what she needs the butter for, is the mac and cheese.
Yeah, that's true.
Boom.
A pint
There it
of
is.
Ben and Jerry's chocolate chip cookie dough ice cream, a pint of chocolate brownie frozen yogurt, popcorn, and a 6-pack of Diet Pepsi. Taylor might need the gas X after all that. Man.
It's weird because it feels like that's not a lot of stuff.
And that's like a grocery store
for a writer. That feels very small, but I guess in theory, this is for her dressing room. Like it's just her stuff. It's not like everything. Usually in writers, it will also have like what food needs to be prepared for the crew and stuff. So it's like it gets really, really specific on a lot of things.
And they may have just listened
the long running thing for so many like popular bands, writers and stuff, and people like to cherry pick out of that big pile of weird stuff and say, oh, they want all blue M&Ms and stuff like that, thinking that the person is crazy because they only eat blue M&Ms. The reality for a lot of those writers, the writers for what goes into your dressing room is a bit of a test, because you're also in the writer putting in a lot of information about the technical needs, that especially the stuff that has to do with safety, the amount of power that is going to the amps and the all of the lighting and everything. So if somebody is overlooking the fact that the M&Ms are supposed to only be blue M&Ms, you can't really have faith that they've done all of the other things properly either.
Oh.
That's why people started doing, like the Rolling Stones or whatever, started making crazy demands in their writers to prove that the person producing the concert has actually paid attention. They read the thing and actually are doing all of the things that are in it. It's sometimes they may not even want the thing. They don't even want any M&Ms. Right. But I'm putting this thing in here to prove that you've done what you have in the contract that you're going to provide. And then I can be confident that there's safety in all of the construction of the stage and whatever sound equipment and whatever. That's why there's crazy writer stuff things are there.
Yeah, I can imagine. Yeah,
but her stuff doesn't sound that crazy or outrageous. There's not, I mean, specifying that it has to be Ben and Jerry's. I mean, you could also pick a more unique Ben and Jerry's flavor that would, be more. It was like, I want cookies and cream. Well, I mean, I want Ben and Jerry's cookies, and all the cookies and creams are the same. But if you want Americone Dream, it has to be Ben and Jerry's. Like, yeah, it's not unusual that people have writers that are like that. Again, the volume of stuff doesn't sound outrageous.
I would put Snoop Dogg's peanut butter and jelly ice cream on my rider.
Really?
That is fantastic stuff.
See, I'm in lockstep with Taylor on a lot of stuff she has there. I mean,
Snoop Dogg's what flavor? Peanut butter?
Peanut butter and jelly.
I like my Diet Pepsi, so I would definitely have that in my rider.
Peanut butter jelly time.
Yep. Outstanding.
Where do you obtain this material?
I think Walmart. Both the times I've had
it. Walmart has it?
Walmart's got it.
I think that's where. If not Walmart, then Giant Eagle, but I'm pretty sure Walmart.
Very good. Well, hey, we are up
Hey,
against.
you know what you might have down south there, Joe, which I need to like go to Congress to make this widespread. Why
Okay.
are grape Pop-Tarts not up north?
Because those people don't eat them.
I would. I can't get them.
Do I need to send you some?
I might need to. You might need to be my supplier because it's a travesty of justice.
Do you think
What?
maybe, like, when I went to Arkansas to adopt our child, the Southerners had like a weird, what do you call it? They felt like they were being mistreated by the Southerners, like, oh, we're just by the North, like we're in the South, we're not that big of a deal, and everything else. Do you think maybe the South is fighting back by withholding the great Pop Tarts from us?
I believe it.
Yeah,
Possible. I don't know.
They're hitting below the belt, though. I'll say that.
I mean, if they're trying to target market where the place where the people are going to eat the worst food or be more willing to eat garbage food, it seems like there's wisdom in marketing it to my neck of the woods.
definitely.
Have you had a grape Pop-Tart?
I have not.
Oh, it's so good.
I'm looking it up right now. See, the only place I'm seeing it is you can buy it in variety packs, and I don't want all this other garbage.
No, when we were in Williamsburg, I just got a box of grape Pop-Tarts.
Yeah. Yeah, the things I'm seeing are like if you buy a variety thing, and then there's like 5 different boxes inside the variety pack. Well, that's not what I'm looking for. I just want the grape. I will say, I was not repulsed by the Boston cream donut Pop-Tart. It was not bad. The thing that took getting used to was if you actually toast them.
Oh.
Then it's all warm. So you have to toast it on a very low setting, so it's just a little bit warm. Otherwise, just eating them cold is pretty good.
Dunkin' Donuts have they're selling their stuff in McDonald's now. I think they're both combined. And
Krispy Kreme.
Krispy Kreme. Yeah, sorry. I thought I would do something nice for my office, so I'm like, I'm gonna stop by and get some donuts. I was running a little bit late. 6 donuts for $12. It was kind of high. Are donuts at high price now? Is that inflation? Or
donuts are high, but Krispy Kreme. On the one hand, Krispy Kremes are worth it, but on the other hand, they're not because they're so small.
Okay. And they disappear. They're great and they're lovely. And what's wonderful about them is they just like melt and disappear in your mouth. But then they disappear in your mouth. So
yeah, not good. Not good at all. All right. Well, hey, I want to make sure we kind of get out of here by 12, and we're at 12.
Oh, past that.
Yeah. Anything else that's really important?
How's the gas X treating you?
I don't think that anything that we've said before now has been important.
Yes,
so why would we start now?
Right. This isn't a breaking news show. I mean,
other than the police activity and
there's a possible police chase at the Villages.
Get out. Where?
Wow.
No, I'm just saying that the one car drove by and then the police car came by.
There's no other updates.
No.
All right. Well, I want to make sure I get you guys there on time. So for Paul and Joe, this is Chris. Thanks as always for checking us out. Give us a like. Give us a subscribe. My Cash App is ChrisP3 if you're inclined. Have a great day.